got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Texans coming in at 0-9, going up against the Jaguars, who come in at 5-4.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd down following the run.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Here we go! Brand 38!
Again, it's Foreman. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Let's go!
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson, right side, caught Fedorowicz. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Watson hands this to Foreman. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 13-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Off of play action, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Tuck it and run. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And the back goes into motion. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Again, it's Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
That definitely sets up a much more difficult 3rd down.
Yeah, you figure 2nd and 2, one they thought they could pick up. Now you're facing 3rd and 4.
Yeah, got to give the front 7 a lot of credit for making that play. I'm just starting to wonder, partner, is 2nd and short also a throwing down in the NFL now?
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Cassius Marsh, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run with Foreman. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Watson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On first down, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Out of the gun, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Forced out to his left, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 3-yard line. To throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Mike Pennell able to get in there and drop him behind the line. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Second down following the run.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. Now Foreman trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
Finding room to the 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go!
Here's Foreman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the 10-yard line. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now this time he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down carry now for Yeldon. Down right around the 25. Now back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. J.J. Watt able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Here we go. What? None.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. This down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try to run with Ivory. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Looking to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Mike Pennell in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Watson off play action. Now he steps away. Going up top for Miller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they're going to go for 2. Gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And the Texans set to come onto the field. First down, it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right there around the 35-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Carry for Foreman, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw is Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. A first down carry now for Miller. And some room to work. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Play clock winding down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw here. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. A handoff to Fournette. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Fournette running right. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Myers able to knock it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied. See if they can get the ball back for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And finding Fedorowicz. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Fresh set of downs here. Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. Finding room inside the 40. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll look to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
They'll look to throw. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down, here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Back to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans are going to win the football game. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Come on, let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Come on, let's go!
On the toss, here's Foreman. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.